Know your place, yeah, know your place, yeah. I got like right now, I'm impatient. I got women on the cell trying to give me.
Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. You're tuned into the NFL on EA Sports. We're on to the divisional round now. 2 steps away from playing on the biggest stage in sports. It's the Panthers going up against the Cowboys.
All right, we appreciate it, Larry. It's our exclusive coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Ahead, we'll decide the second entrant to next week's NFC title game as we've got a great one in store between the Carolina Panthers and the Dallas Cowboys. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll probably wish he'd reconsidered here. It will cost him 10 yards as he's down at the 15.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these team special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
On the ground, this is Ware. And not much there at all. He's up only to about the 16-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. And a first carry of the game here for Trey Mason. And he'll take this one up over the 20 to the 21-yard line. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4. And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4. Off the play fake, Prescott looking deep downfield. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's taken down, but not before getting this across midfield and just shy of the 40. They give him a gain of 38. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. They'll run here with Mason. Oh, he bowls over it. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
They run it here. Ware. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd. 3rd down and 5. And they're definitely showing blitz here. Now it's the Florida Atlantic alum. This is Alfred Morris. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 4th down. Prescott to throw on 4th. Out to his left. Now he'll throw deep lefts, and this is taken in at the 5. The decision to go for it pays off, and now they're set up 1st and goal.
We know it's tough enough to pick up first downs on 3rd down plays, but when you go for it on 4th down, sometimes you're actually just praying, and on that play, the prayer was answered.
So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. run. It's Ware. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Luke Kuechly combines speed, intelligence, toughness, puts it all together. It makes plays like one we just saw there. He may not be a big-time blitzer.
And he will take it in for a Cowboy score. Spencer Ware taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Cowboys take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. And this is up and good to make it 7-0 Cowboys. Bailey now to kick this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. Runs through the contact. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. Got some room at the 30. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to him.
The tight end changing his position. They'll look to throw now on first down. And lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. Second down. Charles, already trailing by touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
So incomplete on first. Let's see what second down has in store. Out of the pistol, McCaffrey. And an alley to run. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line.
Well, forget about finding a lane there. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Probably fortunate he was able to hold on to the football.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Throw left side. McCaffrey's got it. And he's going to go out of bounds at the 30-yard line. A very solid gain of 27. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. play fake here on first down. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up second down.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. Offense looking to avoid a 3rd and long. It's 2nd and 10. Back to the ground attack here. It's McCaffrey. Touchdown, Carolina. A great effort there. 30 yards. And the Panthers are now an extra point away from tying up this game. First quarter touchdown run. Remember this coming on the heels of his NFC Offensive Player of the Week performance that was so great last week.
Did you feel the rumble all the way up here in the
big
booth?
Bodies up front.
Big bodies moving people, and him, of course, charging through those great holes that were created.
So off to a great start here. Maybe looking for award number 2, adding to the award that he won last week in the NFC. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were competent enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Well, the offense lining up 1st and 10. To throw is Prescott. Caught, Safarian-Jenkins, right side. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue. They'll run now with Ware. And he'll take this inside the 30 to about the 29, maybe the 28-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
When we talk about Luke Kuechly, you can't talk about his overall game without talking about his intelligence and how he controls the whole defense. He quarterbacks that defense, and at times will actually make checks, just like a quarterback would on offense to get them into the right defense. They definitely were on that play. How about that finish, holding that to a minimal gain.
Sitting alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, as it is Cowboy football to begin quarter number 2. They've got a 2nd down and 8 to start things out. Mason. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And down inside the 15 he goes. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains.
Well, how many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary. That led to a really nice gain.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
They run again with Ware. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? So they jumped on the left side of that line.
And you know when you're at the end spot, you are like in the starting blocks, waiting for the pistol to fire and go, and he jumped a little bit too early.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. Spencer Ware with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Cowboys have taken the lead. Oh, how about this? No good. Just his second miss of the year. And our score will stay right where it is. Bailey now to kick this one away. Fairly short kick, taking it to 14 here. Now the Panthers offense, they get set to come back onto the field. And it's a unit last drive that did it all on the ground, Charles.
And they controlled it from the interior, big on big, right? Offensive lineman versus defensive lineman. But you know, in order to keep the football moving downfield, other people have to get involved as well. Your wide receivers, your tight ends, lead runners, anything that you have possible to get in front and keep the ball moving.
And now the defense may be looking out for a pass coming up. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
One of the beauties of a 3-4 defense is that you have flexibility with your linebackers and you can put them in different spots. But one of the downsides is an offensive team that's committed to running the football, you can get your big offensive linemen up on linebackers quicker, and that usually gives you an advantage in running it.
All right, here we go.
On second down, McCaffrey. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. So they get half of what they needed. It'll be 3rd and 6 upcoming.
But you've got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
Looking to throw. And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete. 23 yards on the play. And that's one of his advantages of a passer, is it not? With his height, setting back there in the pocket, firing it over the middle, he can really see everything clearly.
It is, and I know that other quarterbacks get it done different ways, all right? You don't have to be his height to make a great play. But what he does is he takes away having to make those slide steps in the pocket to find angles to throw the ball through. He just throws right over the top of it because he can see.
There goes Jonathan Stewart. Touchdown, Carolina. Jonathan Stewart, 44 yards. And the Panthers have tied this game up. They can take the lead with the extra point. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
Gano out to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Cowboys offense heading back out and ready to go again. The drive begins with Mason. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. Now whistles here, and it looks like we've got a Panther that's having some difficulty down there getting up. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. On play action, Prescott rolling to his left. Now he's going to let it go deep left. He's got him in, complete. And all the way down to the 37. A big play here for Dallas. And even 40 yards. Mason. They find some open field here. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Trey Mason, 37 yards. And the Cowboys have retaken the lead. Extra point try by Bailey. He missed one earlier, remember, but this time he gets it to go. Bailey now to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. Here's the Carolina offense as they get ready to take over here. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Hoping now to get back in the end zone on his 4th possession. The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a first down, pick it up, and keep moving.
And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. So 2 minutes to go in a wild first half. Back with more NFC playoff action after this. So they're still at the original line of scrimmage here. 2nd down and 10.
Let's go. All right, now look at 56. Lucky 56.
They'll look to throw here. This one complete to Curtis Samuel. A good pickup there at 22. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height. Sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there if he's willing to take the hits and just fire over the top, which saves him time and actually completes a play a little bit quicker than it normally does for a quarterback who has to slide and find open space to throw.
And he's going to be out of bounds down inside the 20 at the 15. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards. So the run gets them the first, and now they operate with a fresh set of downs. This is McCaffrey on the give. He will push his way down to about the 14. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
I'm wondering, partner, if they might need to sub him out for a play or two, because after that long run he just had on the previous play, he might not have all of his breath back.
Yeah, and they went right back to that well. Different result. Second down, they run with Stewart. And, he is really laid out that time. Knocked flat on his back at the 15-yard line. A tale of 2 extremes. First carry, he went for a bundle. His second goes backward.
And how many times have we seen that happen? Because you get that big carry, and you come back and you're all fired up, and sometimes you force a run a little bit, right? Trying to break off that big carry again, and instead it works opposite.
down. Here's McCaffrey. And that is what you call a hit stick. Put down to the ground hard at the 11-yard line.
This guy's well on his way now to a big game on the ground. It's another good run there. Puts him over the century mark in yardage, and we're still in the second quarter.
And Gano's kick is right through. And that cuts the lead down to just 3, 20-17. So a field goal here, they're still down, but they put a dent into that lead before the break.
And that's got to feel good because now they've seen that they can put some more points on the board, and that gives them a whole second half to get back to where they want to be, and that's in the lead.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Dallas offense now heading back out onto the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
They go play action here on first down. They'll roll him out right. He finds an opening past the 40, and he'll be out of bounds up past the 45. Able to find a lot of empty space there, picking up the first down at a 21-yard gain. So the D-line's going to spread out. Play fake. Here's Prescott. Being chased out left. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. Final play of the half. Prescott. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Out come the Panthers. They'll have it first on offense in the third quarter. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. Yes, and in the locker room, they talked about cleaning up some of the errors. But overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. And we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up.
And there's a nice stop for the defense. They've had a tough time containing this guy all game long, but maybe they can build a little bit off of that play, a little bit of confidence, a little bit of momentum. Yeah, every now and then you can actually tackle that guy.
Now look at 56. Look at 56. No. Check. Patriot. Here we go now. Green, 39.
McCaffrey on the counter. And they're able to get this one across the 35. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
Second down following the run. Pistol, Stewart, and he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. Boy, that's a lot of sirloin steak to be taken down for no gain, partner.
Are you trying to suggest that he is a huge man?
He is
not just a big man, a huge man.
Big boy.
Well, how about the credit then for the defense to be able to chop that big tree and put him on the ground?
I know back when you played, it took 4 of you to take a guy like that down, right?
Well, that's for sure. And you know what else? I didn't want to challenge him at dinner either.
Got his target, Samuel. And they pick up 25 as they convert on third. Now it's the backup Newton. Flush to his right. Now he's going to throw it back. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Jeff Heath. First possession in the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
And he's got some space here. And he is out of bounds, getting it across the 30-yard line. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. So the run moves the chains, and here we go on first down. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Prescott off play action. On the move to his left. Left side complete. Safarian-Jenkins. Touchdown, Cowboys. Austin Safarian-Jenkins, 68 yards. And the Cowboys will extend their lead. When they drew that up, I don't think they envisioned it ending in a house call. But he got it and took it all the way home.
Really impressive run after the catch, wasn't it? That was really special by him. But let's face it, in today's NFL, those tight ends are often former wide receivers or maybe even sometimes bigger running backs. They just put them in a position to get a great matchup and make plays like that.
Carolina getting set to take the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. That's complete to McCaffrey. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. A good pickup there, 26 yards. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. On first down, he'll drop to throw. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. He was trying to get that one into the hands of Christian McCaffrey. And it's second down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
So second and 10 here. They'll give it up to McCaffrey. And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
The Panthers on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8.
Here we go now. Here we go. Watch it now, Barney.
stay on the ground. This time it's Stewart. And they'll stop him right on the midfield stripe. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down. Here's Michael Pilardi now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. Out of bounds and close. The question, was it a touchback? No. They'll say it crossed out at the 2-yard line. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. Now, they were good last time out with a touchdown drive. This go-around, it's not going to be very easy starting from inside their own 5.
But they shouldn't be daunted by it. You work on this the entire offseason. You work on it in practice. It's called coming out session. Start the ball inside the 5, start on the 5, on the 10. They should be ready to go.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll get this only up to about the 3-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
And to the tight end here, Safarian Jenkins. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. He got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs. Fresh set of downs here. And a give this time to the tailback. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Now they run. It's Mason. And this time the yards won't come so easy, as they'll, in fact, tackle him behind the line. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 14. Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Cowboys with the football. They'll be looking to tack on to their lead as we get set for the 4th. Offense needs something here on 2nd down. It is 2nd and long. On the ground again, it's Mason. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue. Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down 4th quarter, looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips, and bent over, hands on their knees. And the offensive guys, they're just saying, let's just keep running it at them. We've got them now.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. And he'll give it here to his running back. Good cover defensively as they get to him just beyond the 45 after the broken tackle. Give him 2 on that run, and they're still left looking at a 3rd and about 9 to go. Play action now. Prescott steps away, and he's got room. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
All right, partner, I'm a defender. I've got to express my admiration there. Moving around, making it happen, and instead of worried about protecting himself, he goes and gets the first down. I've got to give it to him on that one.
Normally, you don't want your guy taking shots, your quarterback, but it's winning time here in the 4th quarter. If he needs to make those plays with the legs, go ahead, right?
Yeah, no doubt about it. At this stage of the game, all protections, they're off.
A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. 2nd down and a little ways to go here. 2nd and 13. They'll run again with Mason. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. It'll be a 5-yard pickup there, so from 2nd and 13, they're back to a more manageable 3rd and 8. And the offense readies for play number 10 of this series. On 3rd down, it's Prescott. He completes it to Bryant. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in. And all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is, first guy there, hold him up. 2nd, 3rd guy in, break it to football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. And in this situation with a lead 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. From the right hash, this from 33. The play clock's running down. And Bailey able to knock it through. And that will extend their lead even further. So they settle for just the 3 there, but clearly anything helps when you're trying to salt one away here in the 4th.
Without a doubt, I think a touchdown would have been the final nail. But 3 does give them some breathing room and lets them build up a little cushion.
Here come the Panthers now, set to take over on offense. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And his throw is incomplete.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks.
Hurry up, here we go. Here we go. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Over.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off near the 44. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a 4th quarter comeback.
With emphasis, interception, return for touchdown. Door closed, locked, reinforced.
And they'll get set here looking for the 2-point conversion. To it after the pick 6. Prescott, that's caught. And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. That's fielded in the end zone. Carolina getting set to take the field. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. It's a pickup of 15 and a fresh set of downs.
All right, here we go.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. McCaffrey. The ball's out. McCaffrey lost it. And it's picked up by the Cowboys. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget. Absolutely. Going to give this time to the tailback. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. And it looks like a pickup of 6. That leaves him with 7 yards to go on 3rd down.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. Call it a gain of 5. 4th down now. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And the Cowboys will call on Dan Bailey here. Made his first. This now from 46 yards away. And it is good. Oh, that one looked to be in trouble the whole way, but it does get over the bar. And that will extend the lead out to 24. So it's 3 more points, and that widens things out even further here in the 4th.
Hey, in this league, you can never have too much. So if you're in range, grab the 3 whenever you can.
And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Carolina getting set to take the field. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. They got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets them a new set of downs. So here we go, 1st and 10 now.
Lucky 56. Here we go now.
Now a toss. This is McCaffrey. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and 11. He'll drop to throw. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
The Panthers on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. a drop to throw. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And Dallas, they'll take over in terrific field position. Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them. Charles, you think back to some of the great OT games in postseason history. There have been a lot of them. I think in January 2016, Hail Mary from Aaron Rodgers.